Well, Brady, are you ready for another most excellent adventure? Are you ready to face the music?
Do I have a choice?
No. We got to finish this thing.
I feel like you're supposed to ask me a question there. Also, you can pull your microphone a little closer.
Have you seen Bill and Ted face the music?
No, I have not.
Let's wrap this puppy up.
So, I got a fun surprise.
Oh,
Yeah. I got this book for Christmas.
it's a little storybook.
I got this book.
Is it a children's book?
And this book it is most definitely not a children's book. It has 62 pages in it.
That is not a children's
Divided
book.
by 2, which would be 31. So for the next 31 episodes, there's probably like table of contents and stuff. For the next big chunk of episodes, I am going to read you one page from this book. It's called Ain't Got Time to Bleed.
Let's see cover.
Medical
I just wanna
Reports
look at
on
the cover.
Hollywood's Greatest Action Heroes.
I just want to see the cover. Let me see
No.
it.
Just let me hold
it for half the fact.
No.
I want to look at the
Don't
cover.
open
I
it.
won't open it.
Don't open it. Don't open the book.
Okay. Bruce Lee. That's got to be Rambo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is. That looks like Van Damme.
Yeah.
That'd be The Bride, I think. I don't know who that is.
From Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who some of the others are. Nice.
So I'm gonna kick this episode off by doing this, but moving forward, it will be at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Just so that
Is each page
if anyone's
like
not
a
interested
different
in this
synopsis from a different film?
Yeah. So kicking things off, we have Jason Bourne.
Oh, I love that's a great series.
There's the
You've
image.
seen those, right?
I have not seen any Bourne films.
What? No way.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I know what's next.
Scene of the incident. The Bourne Identity. 2002. Occupation CIA assassin. Incident report. There's a lot of big words here. Amnesiac gunshot wound. Victim was found floating unconscious in the Mediterranean Sea. Patient later set out on a journey of self-discovery across Europe, engaging in fistfights, shootouts, and car chases, using skills learned as part of a CIA Black Ops program. Mm-hmm. Injuries. Number 1, his back. Shot twice with an unknown firearm before diving into the ocean to evade capture. Class 4 hemorrhage involving severe blood loss, i.e. over 40% of blood volume, causing hypovolemic shock. Hypovolemic shock. Rapid heart rate dangerously low. Rapid heart rate, dangerously low blood pressure, and loss of consciousness. Possible infection of entry wounds by saltwater pathogens. Patient was rescued from the water by a passing ship. Once aboard, a doctor stabilized his condition and removed the embedded bullets from his dorsum, aka his back. Yes. Injury number 2, posterior right hip. Small metal tracking device surgically removed. Incision with class 1 hemorrhage involving minimal blood loss, less than 15% of his blood volume. So that's minor.
That's a nothing thing.
Yeah, we're not super worried about that one. What do? You struggling?
The cord.
Injury number 3, his head. Psychogenic amnesia due to extreme psychological trauma. Complete loss of biographical and episodic memory. Patient's procedural memory, including his assassin training, remained intact.
Probably forgot because of the blood loss.
Could be. Yeah. You got like a big gnarly hair. I don't know if it's a beard hair. Is it It totally, yeah. You gotta
Trim it up.
you're a little scraggly there, my friend.
Yeah, well.
Injury 4 is hands. Fist fights with multiple parties. Although amateur fighters may fracture bones throwing punches, it's likely that the patient escaped with nothing more than a few bruised knuckles due to his training. And his final injury, his head/left shoulder, 6 stories fall, broken by landing on a tumbling adversary. Superficial laceration on forehead, anterior dislocation of the shoulder is possible. Additional observations. Patient suffers from recurrent migraines, which may be caused by post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, following his brutally intense Black Ops training and high-pressure CIA missions. Other PTSD symptoms exhibited include flashbacks, severe anxiety, and hostility. The prognosis. Most injuries from blunt force and penetrating trauma will heal within 2 or 3 months. PTSD symptoms will likely linger, requiring ongoing treatment, psychotherapy, and or medication. Bourne's memories may spontaneously return to him at any time, today, tomorrow, or years or decades down the line. Condition. Partial recovery expected, at least from the neck down. Yeah. So.
You should show him the picture.
I did.
That picture?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's
Plus
what he
3,
looks like.
plus 5, plus 1.
Well, that's showing the injuries that we listed. So just to give you a little of what you're looking at here. So we just did Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
In the next episode, we'll be talking about Colonel John Matrix from Commando.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bruce
we've
Wayne
watched.
from The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Sergeant John Spartan from Demolition Man.
Good film.
El Mariachi from Desperado. Detective John McClane from Die Hard. Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon. Robert McCall from The Equalizer.
How many of those have you so far have you seen?
A handful.
Okay.
Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2.
Nice.
Sean Archer from Face Off.
Okay.
Jack from Fight Club. Dominic Toretto from Furious 7. Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. Dr. Indiana Jones from The Temple of Doom. Tony Stark from Iron Man. Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill Volume 1. Sergeant Martin Riggs from Lethal Weapon. Interpreter Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road. Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible 3. Johnny Utah from Point Break. Major Alan Dutch Schaefer from Predator. John Rambo from First Blood Part 2.
Oh, okay.
James Dalton from Roadhouse. Dr. Stanley
He does get a
Goodspeed
lot beat up in the
from
second one.
The Rock.
The Rock.
James Bond from Skyfall. Luke Skywalker from Empire Strikes Back. Brian Mills from Taken. Sarah Connor from T2. And Douglas Quaid from Total Recall. You're going to be a freaking surgeon.
All of those are in that book?
Yeah.
It feels like there should be more when you said that. That's not 60-something pages.
Well,
I guess
that was 30.
If each page is doubled, that's
Yeah.
30. Was that 30 names?
Thereabouts, yeah. Must
Okay.
have been. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men Podcast.
Hello.
That's Carl.
That's Brady.
And this is probably a good time to remind you that if you're listening to this, it's also now available on YouTube. You can watch this. Hence I was showing pictures of the pages, and so
If you want to see the pictures,
if you want
go
to see the
YouTube.
pictures. What the hell's wrong with your headphones? You got one flipped funny?
I don't know. Oh, is it flipped weird? That was kind of actually that's kind of more because I don't like wearing the headphones to begin with.
I
So I usually only have it on one ear.
I should get you.
This actually does feel better.
We should get you a set of DJ headphones. So DJ headphones, one cup will swivel, and you could have that like sitting up here while one cup is on.
Swivel?
Yeah. So it there's kind of
it swivels up and down
this way. Right. Yeah, hinges up. So Bill and Ted Face Music.
They Face the Music, the third and final act of the Bill and Ted Adventures.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Taking place 25-ish years after the first one. The second one.
The second one. Yeah. Is that accurate? Though?
That's what they're
did it come out 25
saying.
years later?
I don't know. Hang on. I got them both up on IMDb here.
Check the deets.
Check the deets. Face the Music came out in 2020. And
is it really that old already?
Yeah.
6 years old.
And Bogus Journey. I have it in cast, so it's got to go back here. In 91. So 91, that's close to 20 years.
That's 29 years.
Is that 29?
Yeah.
91?
Yeah.
92. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Why was that such complicated math for you?
Because I don't like numbers.
All right.
My brain does not do numbers.
Shall we do initial impressions?
I do better with numbers on paper in front of me.
Shall we do initial
Yes.
Okay.
My movie, I go first.
Take it away.
I go first.
Yeah.
All right. Bogus. No. That was the last one.
Wow.
Face the Music.
It's worth noting this is the first episode that we have recorded since the Christmas break.
A little rusty.
So yeah,
It's been a while.
Carl's 83% eggnog right now.
Yeah.
And still purging his system.
I didn't have as much eggnog this year as
Do you know what's
year's.
sad? I had one glass. And you know what I blame that on?
Me not bringing some over?
I blame it on you 100%. Yeah. So remember last year? Last year you brought eggnog. In one sitting, you brought eggnog, a chocolate milk beer, which was actually delightful,
Yeah.
and sugar cookies or something.
Yeah.
I think so. It was like three things back to back one day.
Sugar-packed evening.
Yeah. I don't remember what we watched.
Something Christmassy. Bad Santa? Was it my
we
pick
watched
or your
Bad
pick?
Santa. Yeah. We watched Bad Santa.
I was trying to soften the blow.
You were trying to make up for the movie you were having me watch. Anyways, go ahead. Take it away.
Face the Music. So this, man. This film, I think, takes the things that the last two films set up, and it just kind of continues to lean into that weird universe that they've set up. I think it does it good. I mean, it's not an amazing film, but it's a fun film. I think some of the things that they lean into were really fun and funny. Overall, it's a fun film.
Interesting.
And you, sir?
So I'm going to have some hot takes tonight.
Oh.
I keep seeing a hair. I don't know if it's just, I feel like
you got this really long, weird eyebrow hair.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. So I have some hot takes, but those, not all of them, if any of them, are, I suppose my initial impression could be considered a hot take in that this is the best one.
Yeah. Okay. I would say it's a, yeah. So, sorry.
Simply because it's the most watchable. It is. I'm not going to say this is a great movie. I don't even know that I would say it's a good movie. The word that kept coming to my mind while watching it is this is amusing. I'm amused. I don't know if I'm even necessarily entertained, but I was amused. I found it amusing. I do think this is the best one. That's not a high bar to get to, right? Like it's definitely better than the first one. My God. I think it's better than the second one. I think the second one is maybe funnier than this one, but the second one also, I feel like there's a lot of like jump the shark moments. Like I feel like so much of the second one, I'm just like, what is even happening now? Like what? Like
they're
what?
When they're running through hell and stuff like that.
Yeah. Whereas is this one? It kind of felt like, you know, the first two sort of feel like they suffered from. It kind of does the reverse of what Star Wars did, right? So you have the first three Star Wars films where, yeah, George Lucas. I mean, he's not a successful director when he makes the first one, really. No. American Graffiti was a success, but he's not a director with notoriety.
Right. He's friends with a director with notoriety.
He's friends with Spielberg. And yeah, when the second and third one come out, he's got other directors directing those ones. And yeah, still at the end of the day, it's his thing. But famously, what everyone always talks about when they talk about the prequels is all of a sudden, George Lucas had no one to tell him no. And that was the problem.
Yeah.
With Phantom Menace. There was just no one to say, whoa, hang on, George. This kind of feels like it took the opposite trajectory to me. Like, this one feels like there was someone in the writer's room that was like, okay, yes, it's Bill and Ted's. Yes, it's time travel. Yes, we're not really worried about paradoxes or logistics or having this make a ton of sense. However, let's try to keep it a little grounded. Let's not make it, let's make it a fun journey. Let's steer away a little bit from acid trip territory. Whereas I feel like the first two, it's like, wait, what? The whole time you're like, just because, or like, what are we talking about here?
Interesting.
So anyways, that's my elongated, super inflated initial impression. But I do have hot takes to come.
Do you, bouncing off your hot take here,
yeah,
the last part,
that this
okay. Do you think it's that this film is kind of had somebody reeling it in as you kind of speculate? Or do you think it's just that after two movies, it's just what you've come to? Because I think it's like this one is pretty out there too, in terms of its concepts. It just does them better because they have better technology, right? Like, we show up at hell and it looks way better because CG
and the
technology,
future obviously looks way better.
In 2, when they go to hell, it's like, what am I looking at? What is this weird
I mean, I think
thing? Like,
in the second one, it was like the robotic Bill and Ted, and that like,
yeah,
they were somehow fooling people, right? Like, there was just a lot of like, I felt like, yes, because it's Bill and Ted's excellent adventure universe, there's always going to be some requirement to suspend disbelief. But I felt like in the first two, and this sounds weird to say about the first one because this sets up the universe. So how can this one not be adhering to its own rules or logic. It's literally the creator of it all. But I felt like there was many moments where I was asked to, just on plot points, just on where we end up and what's happening and what the plan is. I felt like I was asked constantly, just go with it. Just go with it. Right? Whereas in this one, I don't feel that way as much. Like there is a lot of, again, me approaching it with the enjoying time travel mind that I have. I'm having to tell myself, yes, that would be a massive paradox. Yes, that doesn't make any sense. Just go with it. However, the plan and the overall plot is reasonable.
It's a little bit more. The narrative flows a little bit smoother than them just because the first one they're kind of randomly jumping through time.
Yes.
The second one
they're dead.
They have a little bit more of a plan, but they end up dying.
Yeah.
And
whereas this is like this tracks the whole way through because you're like, okay, because there's two plot points or storylines happening here too, right? Obviously there's Bill and Ted and then there's their daughters.
Yeah.
And maybe no, I wouldn't consider the princesses their own storyline because there's not enough screen time there for that to even really
they're
be
like a weird side plot that
they keep popping
creates a bit of an issue for the main characters and the main storyline to flow the way it does.
Yeah. But
and that being the telephone booth disappearing on them.
Both of these plots track, right? Okay, Bill and Ted are brought into the future. It makes sense that you would get trapped into constantly wanting to keep writing. Like, you're like, oh,
there's an expectation.
We don't know when the song that we've wrote is
when we're supposed to do
the song that will do it.
We don't know what it is.
Right.
We've got to write this song to save the world.
And so we can't ever stop because what if it's the next song that we haven't written yet, right? You have to just keep going.
Like keep trying everything because rock didn't work, so let's try something weird.
So that makes sense. Getting pulled into the future because tonight's the night when you're supposed to do it and Ted's quitting the band. That makes sense. All right. So we have to do it tonight, but we don't know what the song is yet. So we got to figure out what the song is. Well, let's just go to our future selves and get the song from them. Okay. Well, this future self didn't have it, which, I mean, that kind of doesn't make sense. Because if they're performing it tonight, then how would them 2 years from now not?
Yeah, that's a little weird that their future selves didn't have it.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
But if you want, I would say that's the only real like plot hole in this whole thing. But once you get past that, it's really
it all tracks.
It tracks, but it's funny that they don't realize that it doesn't matter if they keep going further in the future because it's the same thems.
It's the same thems. Although except for elderly them somehow have it.
I would, that one's, there's another weird one, right?
But whatever it was that they had isn't even necessarily what ends up getting played.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but no, I do think this one feels reeled back in a little bit to, because if they had made this film, yes, it's more modern, which adds to the watchability, right? Makes it feel less janky, but had Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey come out in 2020 with 2020 effects, it still would have been a mess. It still would have been hard to follow. Like if all the plot points were exactly the same, I don't know. I think it would be. For me, it's much more reined in.
Interesting.
Should we talk about our cast of characters?
Yeah. Some returning casts, some recasts.
Because therein lies the hot take of all hot takes.
Hot take it.
Okay. Obviously, Bill and Ted are back.
Yeah.
What's the actor that plays Bill? Obviously, Ted is Keanu Reeves.
Ted is Keanu Reeves.
Bill and Ted
Alex Winter.
Alex Winter. I think Alex Winter is great in this.
In his like third credit ever.
Third credit, right? And so he's great in this. I mean, he's done some TV appearances. He's done some small little blink and you miss it roles in movies. But yeah, really, this is, and we talked about this before. He's the Thomas Wilson, the Biff of this franchise.
This is his thing.
Yeah, he's going to Comic-Cons.
He's riding this train.
Fan expos, whatever, and this is his thing. Obviously,
he's phoning Keanu up once a year, being like, "Hey, man,
I have another idea.
Let's make another one."
Yeah. Obviously, Keanu Reeves doesn't need this film.
No,
because at this point, he's doing the John Wick films.
He's doing whatever he wants.
I think Alex is fantastic in this. I think Keanu Reeves is just phoning in this entire film.
He's not as good as in the other ones.
He didn't snap back into it the way that Alex did.
Yeah.
And it just feels like modern day one note Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. We're and I'm pretty sure I said this, like in the first two Bill and Ted's, like there's always that kind of controversial hot take, like, or question of like, can Keanu act? And most people think he can't act his way out of a box. In Bill and Ted, I think he's acting extremely well. Like his acting chops really shine.
But not in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the interactions with himself should feel like the scenes should feel stronger than they are.
Yeah.
Right. He doesn't seem even upset with himself as the evil selves of himself. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
So, having said that, there is in this film an incredible Keanu Reeves as Ted. It's not Ted that we get. It's not like modern day the Ted that we're following.
Oh, it's one of the future Teds?
No.
Oh, is it right at the beginning?
No.
Okay. Tell us, which Ted is the best Ted?
Jack Haven, who plays Ted's daughter, Billy, in this.
Oh.
has completely embodied previous film Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Both girls did.
I don't know. I thought the other one fell completely flat.
I thought I don't think that's the I think that's the writing more than the acting. But yeah.
I don't know. I
thought they were both great.
I thought that she didn't capture the same essence of, like, she captured that kind of like aloof, whatever thing.
Yeah.
But like the character of Billy was Keanu Reeves from the first two films.
Yeah.
Like the facial expressions and the body language. Yeah. And I mean, it was cast perfectly because all of the facial expressions and facial features, even, like, I buy that these are that Ted's genetics
went into this kid,
made this kid. Yeah, I buy that 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I love the way they wrote them too, where in that Bill and Ted are not the brightest bulbs, in the closet
No.
or in the whatever.
They're idiots.
They're not smart. They're not complete morons, but they're not smart either.
I think the marriage counseling scene kind of proves
Okay.
they're
they're
complete
idiots.
morons.
They're idiots. Yeah. But the fact that these kids got all their brains from their moms.
Yeah. Yeah. Their actual intelligence.
They're beyond smart. They're geniuses, both musically and just in general. Because they're talking about quantum physics and stuff like that with whatever singer that was.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You don't know Kid Cudi?
I'm sure.
Modern day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'll play you a Kid Cudi song.
Sure.
You'll be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is with most music with me. But
Yeah.
but yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness.
I'm sure I've heard a song he's done at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Have you ever seen a movie where there's college students partying in the last 10 years?
Sure.
You've heard it.
Yeah.
You've heard a Kid Cudi song.
Anyway, I think the contrast between the parents and the girls is the fathers and the girls is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, really.
They act like their dads, but they are miles beyond them intelligence wise.
Best character in this though is Dennis.
Oh yeah, the robot.
Yeah,
the useless robot assassin. The worst robot assassin in cinematic history.
Once he's no longer once he introduces himself as Dennis,
I have a name.
It's
Dennis.
Just amazing.
Yeah,
he's just the eyes and his lines and the change in his voice.
Even before that, it starts get because you first
when he
meet
kills
him,
the daughters.
You first meet him and he's he is a little bit imposing, but there's something a little off about him.
I think part of that is he's just
the guy in a suit
with some face paint,
and then you kind of get it when he kills the dad a little bit. He's like, you missed, and you're like, okay, there's something. Maybe he's not fully a robot, but yeah, after he kills the band and the daughters, and he's like, oh, I screwed up. That's funny. Starts going down a really hilarious.
I have
road.
a theory. I don't think he is a robot.
You think it's the ex-boyfriend?
It's got to be the ex-boyfriend. Because why else? Two things.
He's more of a cyborg than a robot.
Yeah. Why else would he have a first, middle, and last name?
That is exactly the same as the ex-boyfriend's.
And why else would he, when he dies, go to hell?
Go to hell.
I think ex-boyfriend did daughter wrong, and so overprotective mom kidnapped boyfriend and turned him into robot assassin.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything around that character, they're walking, getting directions where the daughters are at, and the demons are like, well, that's weird. That was a robot. I don't see that every day.
Wow. Well, just those demons in general were hilarious. Oh yeah, no, they went this. Yeah, great crowd,
great kids,
great
group.
Yeah, great group.
Yeah.
This movie had a huge undertaking. It decided to do something it did two things. Well, it did one thing, and in doing that one thing, it did multiple things. That one thing being, it decided to show us not only the song, but the moment when the prophecy
comes
fruition.
True. Yeah.
Which in doing so not only is a huge undertaking because this is a moment that has been hyped up across two previous films over several decades. So that's a big this is the moment. It also adds a little bit of finality to the franchise.
Yeah.
right? This is it. It
Can't do
happened.
much for a sequel after this.
I mean, you could, but it would feel so cash grabby.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas this, I mean, a lot of people, obviously this falls in the category of legacy sequel, and a lot of people already would say that legacy sequels feel cash grabby. I guess in some way, maybe it is, but also legacy sequels is just the trend.
Yeah.
And it's a fun trend.
And it does feel a little bit legacy sequel, but it does a good job of making it feel like more of an actual sequel as well. In that the end of the first, the end of the second one, we get during the credit rolls, we see a lot of we see that the prophecy isn't being fulfilled.
Yeah,
Death is cutting out on his own. There's problems with the band, and the through the credits, there's like little blurbs of newspaper headlines and stuff like that.
But a legacy sequel is just a sequel that came out an inordinate amount of time,
right?
Since,
but I would say that a legacy sequel always doesn't necessarily follow an overarching through plot. Like this is continuing to follow the same plot thread through, where something like Ghostbusters, right?
Well, that was more of a reboot.
Yeah, but it's still a legacy sequel. You're still dealing with the same universe. Original cast of characters still shows up, right? It's rebooting from the original franchise, but it's still a legacy sequel.
Yeah, I mean, and then you have things like Beetlejuice, which was a legacy sequel.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's wildly disappointing. Which is a legacy sequel, but is very like, yes, there's the introduction of Jenna Ortega's character, which is Lydia's daughter, Winona Ryder's daughter. But it still kind of feels like we're just jumping back in 30 years later.
Yeah. It's kind of the same way this one does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so let's talk about this moment, because this is the big moment, the thing they decided to do.
I think before we jump into that, we need to preface it by at the beginning of the film, the future has found out that there is more to the prophecy. They find out a time and a place that they never knew before, and they find out that the consequences of it not happening are steeper than before. Because before this film, in the first and the second one, it was just, you're going to unite the world. Yeah. This song will unite the world. Now this song will not only unite the world, it will save all space, time, and known existence.
Right. We're essentially, it's the MCU and we're having an incursion.
Yeah. Without this song, everything we know will cease to exist. So, yeah. So then the end of the film comes and we get this song and they save all that. But it's the way they go about it that's kind of interesting.
You get into some really...
And I think it saves the film the way they do it.
You get into... And I know I'm going down I'm going down a time travel logic trail here, which I know I should not go down, because there's not... In this franchise, there is not happiness for me at the end of this trail. But my God, do you get into some really messy territory when you're dealing with people in the future interpreting a prophecy about people in the past.
Yeah.
Because it begs the question of...
Is there alternate timelines?
No, I mean, like it's just a massive paradox.
How do they not know what the song? How does the future not already have the song playing 24/7? How did they not already have the song for Bill and Ted to learn to play?
Right.
Yeah. This and that's like we've talked about, like this movie doesn't care, this franchise doesn't care about time paradoxes.
No.
It's just setting out to, time travel is a thing. We're going to have some fun with it. We don't care how messy it is.
Yeah. It's because it's,
yeah, just
they
forget how messy this is.
They really double down on the messy.
Yeah. Forget that 2 years from now, they don't have the song, even though they still exist. Right. Like, it's like the singular point in time exists outside of all other points of time where they play the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I'm saying, when I previously said like the way they go about it kind of saves the film and the franchise, and that it's the song wasn't what was important. It wasn't the song that saved everything. It was everybody playing together.
Everybody from
in
every
unison.
point in time ever.
Yeah.
So two problems with that moment. Number one is that the people in the lady in the future who's like overseeing this all the future people, they're not standing there playing instruments.
Yeah.
So not everyone from every point in time is playing an instrument.
Another plot hole, another paradox.
Also, yeah, we see them showing up and they're handing out all kinds of instruments to everybody.
Yeah. Everybody, everywhere, everywhen.
So putting aside, I don't know how, and everyone from every point in time is all playing the song.
I don't think they're playing the song. They're playing because before they kind of head up in the telephone booth and then disperse to become
Infinite numbers of themselves.
omnipresent beings.
Yeah.
One of the wives comes in and says, it's I don't know music talk. It's this and this 4 times.
It was 116 BPM and it was in C# or something.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think they're just relaying like, this is the pattern of the music. Get them to play whatever they want in that pattern.
Right. So here's the problem. We got like 4.5 minutes to make this work. Now, again, time machine. So I don't know but whatever. So I would think 4.5 minutes becomes all kinds of time, but doesn't matter. Yeah. The fate of everything is on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And Keanu Reeves comes through a wormhole and hands you a guitar.
Yeah.
And says, doesn't matter what you play, just has to be 116 BPM and in C#.
I don't know what I'm doing.
We're all screwed.
Yeah.
Like they're handing out instruments to everyone.
Yeah. Do they somehow, because they're now omnipresent beings, are they omnipotent as well? They know what people can play.
But some people can't play anything.
Like me.
Some people can't play anything.
Yeah, me anything. I could play it. I can't play it well. I can play anything. I can play any instrument you put in my hands. You're not going to.
That's probably not true.
You're not going to like the sound that comes out.
Like a didgeridoo? I bet you can't.
I could totally play a didgeridoo.
Can you?
Not the way it's intended.
Because apparently
I could turn
those
it on
are
its
hard.
side and start hitting it with sticks.
But that's not.
I'm playing the didgeridoo. I'm just not playing.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's true. Do you know how to play a mouth harp?
Yes, I do.
Do you? Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
I was going to say
I had one for a while.
That's because that's one of those.
That's a hard.
It's a hard one to play.
It takes a lot of you're breating heavy the whole time you're playing it.
And resting it just properly and getting because I can play one too, but I
can't make
rural Ontario.
I can't make it sound good. Like I can play it. I can make it make proper sounds.
You can make it make the proper sounds.
Because it's I could form some sort of a
Because you were
beat out
saying
of
like
it, but
it essentially what were implying was anyone can play just about any instrument, just not well. And I'm like, I don't know. That's one that a lot of most people are not getting any sound out of.
Yeah. That one's got some. That's an instrument that's got some inappropriate names.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, if you don't play it, if you don't have it just right on your mouth and you flick the thing,
Oh, it hurts like hell.
Smack your teeth.
Oh, it hurts like
man.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
So, but
Cool sounding instrument.
So when the time comes to save time and space, that you're getting a mouth harp.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I could. Maybe,
You'll be that guy.
I could maybe keep a beat with that, or a jug.
A jug, yeah. Spoons. Can you play spoons?
Yeah, I could do spoons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, like just two out of the drawer, not the one that
go
comes
get me a pair.
with the wooden handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it too, but again, a lot of people can't. Right?
I was a kid in the 90s.
One of those.
How to goof off with the utensils at the
I lived
dinner
in the
table.
country.
You know, so put a piece of crystal glass in front of me. I don't know how to make it go. Woo.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think a lot of kids nowadays have no idea.
Yeah.
As a kid,
it's like
I
one
didn't
of those lost boredom arts.
Yeah, and I can do it too. But as a kid, I didn't realize, like, you see it done in movies or whatever, and it's never explained to you in the movie that it's crystal. And so every kid at some point has seen that in a movie, gone to the drawer, gotten just a regular drinking glass out, tried it, and went, it doesn't work.
You could do it with a glass wine. It has to be like a stemmed glass. And you can do it with a stemmed glass.
Not
even
the
if it's
same
not
as crystal.
It's harder. You can still do it. You got to apply more pressure and to get it vibrating. But crystal's easier.
Oh, way easier.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of, in terms of like wondering if do kids know how to do those things that we learned because we knew how to be bored. It's there was this in my new kind of news feed on Facebook or whatever. There was I started seeing these things. This guy showing how to make these old school toys from normal classroom, like how to make a crossbow out of a pen.
Okay, right. With the paper and the
you take a pen apart and if you take the pen, body of the pen, and you like drill a hole in it with a jackknife enough so that you can put the inside of the pen, and then you get a elastic band and you can make a bow, and just like all these like cool little
we used to do them with, we would take paper and roll paper up into a like the body of the bow. Yeah and we would spell boobies on our calculator. Yeah it was the
that was the thing.
It was the height
There's
of
another word
it was the height of education.
What was it?
You could do hi, hello.
Hi, hello. Yeah.
Boobies. What else? Is there anything else you feel like we need to... So the song itself. I like the song. It's a good song.
Yeah. I noticed your foot kind of like...
Yeah, it's a good moment. There's no lyrics, which I thought was a little like...
Yeah.
Again, and there's... Because again...
that modern day singer there. I thought he would have...
Because again, I guess it doesn't matter what the song is. It just matters that everyone's playing all at once.
Did you notice what happened with him at the end?
Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
He gets sucked back to his own...
Does he?
Place in space.
What do they call him at the end?
I missed that.
Oh, I gotta... It's a callback to the second one. I can't remember the name right now because my memory is horrible. Where is it? Where is it?
Because we see him get pulled off stage at the beginning.
Okay. Do you remember in the second one?
Probably not.
There's those two weird alien dudes.
Yes.
Do you remember their name?
No.
Station.
Right.
What do they call Kid Cudi as he's about to leave?
Is that what they call him?
They call him Station.
So
he's an alien.
Okay.
Isn't that wild?
That's fun. I mean, that's a fun thing.
Station!
Yeah. That's
Actually, it was before they go up in the telephone booth, but
right.
yeah. They call them station.
They just recognize that. So is it
somehow
the
they
same alien? It's yes.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Because station is their name. It's not
Yeah.
the species name.
Yeah, they merge together at some point to become like a humanoid, don't they?
In order to fight the robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They become a big monstery guy, yeah. But they obviously can like
Morph
somehow, yeah.
And so now they have a music career
yeah.
on Earth.
Yeah. Station. Yeah. I don't think I caught that in the first time I watched this.
Right.
Because I hadn't watched the first two
in a while.
So close. Yeah. Where this time, because we watched the second one a month ago, they said station and I was like, hey, no way. That's wild.
That is and it's not a deep cut, but again, it does feel like one of those.
It's a callback for sure.
It's a callback, but it's a callback that I feel like, again, a lot of people sitting in the theater or whatever. I guess this didn't play in the theater. A lot of people.
If you're not a huge fan
it.
or you didn't watch the second one recently to watching the third one, you'd miss it for sure. I definitely did.
Yeah.
Because it's really quick. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Are you ready?
I want to talk about
you're not.
the future Bill and Ted's.
Yes.
The different versions of them.
Okay.
Because they do a lot of wild prosthetic stuff and just like trying to make them look varied and different. And I thought they were all hilarious and fun.
I thought the makeup, I thought the prosthetic work done for old age, like nursing home, was actually really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought the inmate muscle suits looked pretty good too.
I thought they looked pretty good.
Like, they looked over the top, but they didn't look unbelievable.
There was one moment where I didn't buy it. One moment where it just kind of the illusion kind of crumbles a little bit. I think on Bill's back, just when it's like, oh, okay, this is really a rubber.
Yeah.
You know, this is
not
moving the way skin attached to meat.
Yeah,
would move.
The belly on Bill in the British Bill, where he's like scratching it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that.
Now, I'm guessing that might be a body double.
No, it was definitely fat suit. Because I seen some behind the scenes stuff where they were talking about how they made it all.
Oh, okay.
And so like the muscle suits, they were showing how in this behind the scenes thing, they were like showing how they're like individually implanting hairs into the chests to kind of make them look more realistic. And
so, and I mean, that's maybe just because that was the more fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Because you could have easily done that with a body double.
Yeah, body double and some computer generation. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that I know for sure the muscle suits were muscle suits, which would lead me to believe that all of it was just a suit.
Right.
In all the future stuff. And all those interactions between themselves just made me giggle audibly.
Oh, yeah.
This is so absurd.
Yeah, no, it
like the future selves know that they're going to be there, so they're trying to be prepared or get away or outsmart their past selves, but they still can't do it. Their past selves still outsmart the future selves who have all the information.
Yeah, and
we got to do something that they'll never think of.
They won't
so they
remember.
put buckets on their heads so that they can't remember where they go.
Yeah,
or how they get there.
Yeah, and that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny, but ultimately also a shame how short we got Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
But that Dave Grohl showed up.
What are you doing in my house? Who are you? And that was it.
Yeah. No, that was amazing.
Yeah. It would have been a little funnier to have him kind of meet the cops and watch the antics unfold a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's probably too expensive for the film.
I mean, I don't know that.
He might have did it for kicks and giggles.
He might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have. I don't think Kid Cudi did, but Kid Cudi also probably didn't do. It's promotion for them.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, it's
they know they're not an actor and they're not going to get an actor's salary on the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate Bill and Ted Face the Music?
Well, I looked at it before we started rolling here, and I gave the first one a 7, the second one a 7.5.
Correct.
I would, I think this is as good as the second one, maybe a little better. I'm just going to give it another 7.5.
7.5.
It's a fun film. I enjoy it.
Stop rounding up.
I didn't round up. Are you messing with my spreadsheet? Are you screwing up my
your
spreadsheet?
spreadsheet's broken.
You're broken.
Your spreadsheet is broken. Can you fix it?
Give me the laptop.
I've had to add a decimal point individually for like the last 6. Because it's like, hey, 7.5, that's an 8. It's like, no.
I just put 7.5 and it didn't round at all.
Because I clicked on that cell and
Oh, well, I can fix that.
and had to add the decimal.
Go.
I think Carl has set this up so that all of the ones in his column round up and all of the ones in my column round down because he doesn't want to...
Just select the whole row and you give it an extra
The column,
decimal
you mean?
point. There. You shouldn't have a problem anymore.
Now, did that mess up all the other ones?
No.
All right. So if I do this now, okay, yeah, all right, makes sense.
What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah.
Nice. I think it's...
What did you give the other ones? I didn't bother to look.
I gave the first one a 6 and the second one a 6.5.
So slowly got better as time went on.
Slightly got better.
It slowly started to win you over as a franchise.
Yeah. And I think a 7, like realistically, it's probably more in the like 6.7 range. But I'm feeling I've still got the Christmas in me.
Yeah.
So I'll let it I'll let it slide.
Cool.
It's been a bit. What have you watched?
I've seen so much.
Yeah, tell me.
Well, we continue to watch The Rookie. What a fun show.
Okay.
Although I'll say this, the last season and a half have been stressful because they've started doing like the first couple season or two were pretty episodic. Like once they had a general overrolling storyline, right? They got this.
It was a serial.
This middle-aged man becoming a rookie in the police department, trying to become a full-time. Because I guess the first year of being a police officer, you could easily get kicked out of the service or whatever. Anyway, so we're watching it, but the
probation.
yeah, it's essentially 1 year probation. But the more recent seasons have got like, there's this serial killer who keeps making these reoccurrences and escaping from jail and murder. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is really like, it's like Dexter. Have you watched Dexter?
Not all of it.
I watched about the first season or two of Dexter. And
Yeah, I've seen about a season.
I had to stop because of the the tension it creates, where it's like
he's constantly going to get caught.
He's constantly going to get caught. He's a bad man doing bad things, but he's doing them to bad people. So it creates this kind of inner turmoil. In watching it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to root for him, but he's a bad guy.
I mean, what I did like, I stopped watching Dexter not because I found it stressful, just because it wasn't capturing my attention. But something I think at least the first season and a half of Dexter does really, really well is highlights how someone can get to this point. How it's not just the line between good people and bad people. It's sick people and people who, I'm not justifying serial killers here, but that Dexter himself was a kid that was a little messed up, and it was not dealt with the right way, right? Like his
Right.
dad fueled
Taught him to lean into it.
Yes.
In a way that was not going to hurt innocent people.
Yes. And so so if anything, I would say Dexter, my takeaway from Dexter was he's doing bad things. I think he's a sick individual. If anything, if you want to say who's a good man and I think Dexter's dad was a bad guy. was a messed up. Right? But that's just my personal belief on, is there such thing as bad people or just messed up people?
Yeah. Like, there's like, I've watched all of Breaking Bad, which what I would say is kind of similar to Dexter, but very different. And that in the thing with Dexter is he is, in my opinion, he is a bad man doing bad things to bad people, right? He is essentially an anti-hero.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I don't know that I believe, like, this is just my person. I don't know that I believe in bad people, right? I believe in, right? Like, you take someone like...
In the terms of story, like, in the terms of story,
sure.
there's good in... Most stories have good versus evil, right? In the story of Dexter is evil, doing evil to evil for the side of good.
Yeah, but the show does lean into his mental illness.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm just boiling it down to the general concepts of the story, right? Where Breaking Bad is a bad man doing bad things for bad reasons. There's no questionable reasons. He's always a bad guy. That's when you really when you boil into that the who that character is, who he was at the end of the film was just a guarded version of himself at the beginning.
Right. I
like
mean,
in the beginning, like he sets himself free throughout the course of the series, but he's still the same guy at the beginning of that show that he is at the end.
I think the majority of the internet would disagree with you, but that's an interesting take.
Anyway, so the reason I could sit through all of Breaking Bad is because there's no gray area. He's always this bad guy doing bad things.
It's a simpler story.
He's the bad guy. This idea of bad doing bad for good, it feel like, especially like the I would say it's not necessarily that, but it's more like the level of it that Dexter
Right.
goes to, right?
It's
The
uncomfortably
the
realistic
serial killer
to an extreme.
stuff. It's just like, right? Yeah, and the way he does it with the dismemberment, just, yeah.
Well, he's smart.
No, yeah. So like that.
That's how I would do it.
There's
I mean,
the main antagonists that we're getting recurring in Rookie right now really bring out those vibes, and it just like the stress it emotes in me just makes me go, this is really good, but it's stressful to watch because the converse to Dexter is that we've got good characters doing good things for the right reasons, dealing with just like evil.
right.
And like really smart, manipulative evil. And it's just, it creates a lot of uncomfortable tension. And, you know, I'm a simple guy with simple needs. I just want a good action shoot 'em up.
Yeah. See, and
I like a good story. I really like, I say that, but I really do enjoy like the tension that the Rookie is creating. I am enjoying it a lot, and the story that's developing and are coming out of it. I do enjoy it. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm not going to walk away from it like Dexter, because Dexter created a completely different kind of tension.
Do you know what we should do?
Uncomfortableness.
I've never more than I am right now wanting to work through a show with you for the podcast.
Like Dexter?
Like Dexter. Because I think like we would just take very different, because I watched the first season and a half of Dexter, and I just feel bad for him. I feel bad for Dexter Morgan.
I would say the first season drew me in that way, but the more the show went on, especially, was it the second or third season where he gets really close to getting caught?
I don't know. He
dumps his vials, his blood samples or whatever. I don't know.
Right, that he keeps in the air conditioner.
Yeah. Like there's his trophies.
Yeah.
There got to a point where it felt like, I don't know.
There's 8 seasons? Good golly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
anyways.
I'm watching the Rookie stuff.
Yeah.
We're really enjoying it. I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
It's the newest
That's
one?
the newest one.
Yeah.
Takes
Was that your
place
first time
years
seeing it?
First time seeing it.
What'd you think? Pete and I reviewed it. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a fun ride. I thought the kind of the different tribes of the apes kind of felt a little like interesting, but then this weird thing with like Caesar and like not old Caesar, like the new Caesar character,
Right.
taking on the mantle of Caesar.
Yeah.
And like, I thought that was intriguing, but kind of weird.
Yeah. I did not care for the movie at all.
Overall, I thought it was a fun film. I thought the Caesar storyline felt a little like how did he find this human? There's a lot, yeah. There's the whole how he found out about the vault and what was in it from this human, and how that interaction even came to be about.
Yeah.
Felt a little disjointed, and like the Eagle clan, our main protagonist's clan, they like avoid humans at all costs.
Yeah.
And
As
as far as
like a couple hundred years, right?
as far as we understand, humans have lost the ability to communicate, except for some bunker people that rarely, if ever, leave. So where did this guy come from? And how did he meet this clan? And how did this clan not avoid him or kill him on sight? That was my biggest hang up. Outside of that, I thought it was a fine story.
I thought the story was confusing. I thought it was pretty disinteresting. And I thought my other big takeaway, if I'm remembering correctly, was that the the further evolution of the apes into speaking fluent English and emoting facially in a way that was more human than in the previous films, took the visuals from wildly impressive CGI apes into tacky, almost uncanny like it loses some realism because all of a sudden I'm looking at something where I go, this is clearly like there's no part of me that believes this is an ape because the ape's smiling and raising one eyebrow and is just
I don't have that. I didn't have that problem. I mean, hearing you the way you're describing it, maybe like, did you go into it expecting them to be ape-like or expecting them to be evolved ape-like?
I went into it expecting, knowing the precedent that this franchise had set for incredible visual effects and that it had been a number of years and that this was the most recent installment. I was going into it the way that someone goes into the next Avatar film, right? Looking to be blown away visually. And I came out of it feeling like that was some of the worst CGI in the franchise.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was all the facial expressions. I think the fur looked great. Like everything else, I was like, "Oh yeah, you're selling this." But as soon as the ape does something, just part of the way our brains work, right? As soon as the ape, because there's moments in War of the Planet of the Apes where if it's an ape that isn't vocal. Right. This is not necessarily a criticism of the film. It's just sort of an unavoidable sin of the way our human brain works. There are apes in the War of the Planet of the Apes that I could put in front of just about anyone. Like I could put in front of my mom, who's never seen the films, doesn't know anything about it. And I could say, look at these apes. And mom would go, oh, wow. And then I would say, none of those apes are real. And she would go, seriously? Like that would blow her mind. Because in some shots, in the majority of the shots, especially in War of the Planet of the Apes, it is undiscernible.
Right. You're not gonna get that in this.
Right. Because the problem is as soon as something does, as soon as we see something in a film that we know cannot be real, all of a sudden that illusion starts to break apart, starts to break down, and we go, I'm obviously looking at CGI.
That it would break down, and I mean, it would break down if what you're expecting to see is a surreal ape. Like what you got.
No, I'm not even talking about expectations. I'm just talking about the part of your brain.
But I am talking about expectations.
But I'm telling you why it didn't work for me.
Yeah, I know. But I'm telling you why it worked for me. Like, I'm saying if what you were expecting to see is a surreal looking ape, like in War, then you will be disappointed. If you're expecting to see the evolution of these apes that have become intelligent, then you're going to recognize that this is not a real ape immediately. Yeah. But you're also going to be more accepting of it, going, this is how they're getting to they're growing and evolving.
Yeah. So I accept the premise. I think it's a subconscious thing where if I'm looking at a CGI ape in a film and I can't tell that that's CGI, that is on a subconscious level, unavoidable level, that is more impressive. I'm walking away from that going, holy shit, that's insane. Versus seeing the same quality of effects, but on a character that my brain cannot get confused about. My brain looks at it and instantly goes, well, the ape's winking, or the ape's winking's the wrong. They like added a bunch of like extra facial.
They can emote a lot more than they can in lore.
And as soon as you see that, my brain goes, well, it's in the last film, I couldn't tell that they weren't real. In this film, I can tell that they're not real. Now that's, again, a necessary sin of the story and of the evolution of the apes. But it enters that sort of uncanny valley area.
Yeah. I hear your criticism. I don't think, from my perspective, I don't think it's a sin of the film or it hurts the film. I don't know if that's what you're saying.
No,
but for me, it's like if I watch a film with a CGI alien that looks extremely lifelike, I'm not going to go, oh, that's Uncanny Valley. That's not an alien. You know what? Like, it's kind of like,
it doesn't happen with aliens.
This is an evolved ape, though. It's different than the apes we have currently.
No, I know, but it doesn't happen.
Zoo.
It doesn't happen the same way for an alien, because an alien is a completely made up. An alien is something you have no reference point for.
But so is an evolved ape.
Right, but it's still 99% ape, which you do have a reference point for.
If these apes are on their way to being the apes that we had from the older Planet of the Apes films,
100%,
then this makes perfect sense.
I agree. Like I said, I don't think it's a storytelling issue. I understand this is where it needs to go. It's just, for me, there was a little bit of that Uncanny Valley stuff, because it was like, it's yes.
Because your brain keeps wanting to see an ape.
Yeah, because yes, they're, you know, if I'm gonna show it visually for the people watching, but I'm also going to use numbers so that people listening can make sense of this. If ape, true ape,
zoo ape down the road,
zoo ape, or War of the Planet of the Apes ape,
War of the Planet of the Apes, sure,
is over here at 0, and original Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes are over here at 100. Then the apes that we get in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on that spectrum are like 15 or 20. They're not even halfway there, and so it's much closer. They're closer to War of the Planet of the Apes than they are Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes, and so.
I think I would agree. I think they're more than 15.
Whatever,
probably
25. They're not 50.
They're 25 to 30. Yeah.
But and so to me, I think it's that proximity to, like, they're different, but they're not different enough that my brain goes, this is something entirely different. It's not. They're still apes.
Yeah. They're starting to use more advanced tools. They're starting to wear clothing and jewelry and things like that. So they're getting there. But I agree. Yeah. In terms of the spectrum, they're definitely closer still to.
Yeah. Right. And so another example, you look at Guardians of the Galaxy. I have always found Groot's visual effects. My brain has always found Groot's visual effects more impressive than Rocket's. Just because in my brain, I don't have...
You have a reference for
I have no reference point for walking humanoid tree. Right? That's... So, as long as it looks like bark, it's, whatever. Rocket is a raccoon. It took him 3 films to figure that out. But Rocket is a raccoon.
Yeah.
And so, when I see that, I go... And he's smirking, right? So, like, his fur, incredible.
But he's a hyper-intelligent, evolved.
His face, it's not selling me. Anyways, what else did you watch? Yeah. This is a long what did you watch segment.
Nice tangent.
Yeah.
So, over the summer, I read The Hobbit. My wife just finished reading The Hobbit not long ago.
Yep.
So
I lent you the Hobbit
you lent
movies.
me the Hobbit movies, and we watched all three over Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've seen all three.
And what did she think?
She enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Having just read the book?
Like as a film, we enjoy them.
Okay.
But compared to the book does a far better job of telling the story. There's a lot of we had this
There's so much
conversation
added shit.
with Emily Mater. We were at a thing with the Maters and we were talking about it and just like
What was this?
This was it was a work function.
Oh,
thing,
okay,
because
right.
Aaron sits on our board.
Yeah. They're trying to get me on
Really?
that. Not Aaron and Emily. Someone else is trying to get me on that board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so busy. So busy.
Anyway,
But
so we were talking about how like they added a bunch of unnecessary storylines and plot points, and when they could and left out other ones that could have been developed more, and
yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, as a film, it does a decent job of telling the story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, those were fun. I got we watched Muppets Christmas Carol.
The best Christmas Carol.
So over this Christmas season, I seen 3 renditions of Christmas Carol.
Really?
So I saw the Mickey Mouse one.
Right. Yep.
I seen the Muppets one.
Yep.
I saw four different. Well,
Spirited doesn't count.
Spirited doesn't count. So then 3, and I seen a stage production that my friend was in.
Right.
So a lot of Christmas Carol for me this Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we watched Santa Claus as a family.
Like the Tim Allen, the Santa Claus. Yeah. It's so good.
So good. Film's got some, like, watching it again, film's got some weird plot holes.
Like what?
Like,
I mean, I'm not necessarily going to fight you on these, but I'm curious.
Like Santa, who's been doing it for thousands of years, potentially, making an absurd amount of noise on and this is more of a, I can't remember if they deal with it. They deal with something about it in the TV show a little bit. Where it was planned.
They deal with all of this. Yeah.
But as it is in the first one, they allude to it a little bit with like showing the elves kind of stalking Tim Allen's character prior to the event, Santa falling off the roof a little bit.
Yes.
But like,
oh yeah, interesting.
Like he if you just watching that film in a vacuum, the Santa before Tim Allen's character is a complete moron. Like he's making all kinds of noise, waking up Tim and his kid, being seen on the roof, being scared on the roof, slipping and falling off the roof.
Right.
Right. Like it's an absurd situation that the Santa who's been doing it for thousands of years would all of a sudden be horrible at his job.
I never got the impression that it was thousands of years. I think when you watch it, you're like, I'm like, oh, this happens like if
this happens every couple of years.
Maybe every 50 years, right?
But still, even 50 years, after a couple of years, you'd figure they'd be pretty good at the job.
But you bring up because obviously the TV show delves into like, that Santa doesn't die. Because up until like Tim Allen's Santa is the first mortal Santa.
Yeah.
Prior to that, they're all ethereal beings.
Yeah.
But you make a really interesting point because obviously that was written after the fact. Like there was not the original plan that was the storyline back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But if that wasn't the plan,
they must have.
What's
I've
with
thought
the
about
elves checking
something.
him out?
Yeah, they must have had some sort of.
It was planned.
Yeah. Well, and then there's what's his name, the head elf, Bernard, like acting all. Yeah, this is run of the mill. We expected this. Like we knew you were like
we knew you were coming.
Yeah,
because
he's
when
playing it real cool.
Because when Santa gets when Tim Allen gets to the North Pole, all of the elves see him, like they're all watching him come in.
He doesn't look like Santa Claus.
He doesn't look like Santa Claus, but none of them
are like, what the hell?
Where'd the
Santa
other guy
go?
Because they all knew. They knew this is what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Anyways, what else you watch?
Yeah.
Or is that it?
That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you watch?
So a couple interesting things. And the review of it is coming. Pete and I have it may be out at this point, it may not be. I don't know. The weather's been whatever. I saw Avatar Fire and Ash.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Is that only in theaters or is it on streaming too?
It will be on streaming eventually, but right now it's just in theaters. So
I have Way of Water on my to watch
Disney
list.
Plus. Yeah. Saw it in IMAX 3D, which I'm telling you right now is the way to see it. 100%. The 3D in it.
Really?
Oh yeah, the 3D in it's great. 3D. I've seen several 3D movies in the last 5 years, which was my first return to seeing 3D movies after maybe 10 years of not seeing any, which was a 10-year hiatus that followed seeing every other film I saw in 3D, like back in the early 2010s.
Yeah. 3D was a huge thing for
It was a huge thing, and it was never great. It was always kind of blurry, a little dizzying, a little
There were a few
whatever.
films that utilized the concept better than others. Like they utilized it not as a way to kind of create these jump out at you things. I moved my hand towards the camera there for the listening audience.
See what you're missing?
My hand would really come out at you if you had
3D glasses on.
Yeah.
YouTube did that for a while.
Did they? They
had a 3D. Yeah. You could it was like the red and blue. They would just render the video in red and blue for you.
That'd be wild.
A couple of our videos were available that way.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Anyway, the films that I thought utilized it better utilized it in a way that created a sense of depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, all that being said, 3D now leaps and bounds better than it's great. It's great.
James Cameron 3D. I'm sure most 3D films will probably be the same.
I saw Tron. No, I saw Tron Ares in 3D. It's crisp and clear now. There's no more of that
we still have to wear those
motion blur
glasses.
Yeah, but the IMAX ones are different. The IMAX 3D glasses are huge, so they block out your peripheral so that it's all dark, and they've got much wider lenses on them. And then IMAX is always a better image and brighter to begin with. Mm-hmm. But to this date, and I've talked about this on the show before, the two best 3D movies I've ever seen in theaters were re-releases. They were movies that were never shot in 3D. They were movies that they painstakingly went in and frame by frame converted into 3D. I have seen Titanic in 3D twice, and it is the best 3D experience I've ever been to. Ever. It's insane. Once again, James Cameron, but insane. A very close second, I saw a re-release of Jurassic Park in 3D, and it was spectacular. The T-Rex scene at night, oh my gosh. Yeah, very good. So I saw Avatar Fire and Ash. Christmas Eve, we were over at my mom's. We watched the Jim Carrey, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
The best Christmas movie of all time.
Debatable, but okay.
Fight me.
It's up there.
Fight me. Still watching Home Improvement. And there's a big one that I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I'm missing. I don't think there... Oh, watched Jingle All the Way.
Ah, nice. Yeah. I haven't seen that. I don't think I've seen that one in a few years. I should.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in a few years either. It's not as good as I remember.
Yeah, like more recent Christmas films have surpassed it for sure.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's still good. It's not. Yeah.
And then Brienne and I were behind.
Behind what? A dog? A truck?
2 nights ago.
A horse and buggy.
2 nights ago at the time of recording. This is January 30th or December 30th. Ooh. But this is coming. This episode will be out next year. We're in the future.
Ooh.
Hello from the past.
We're time travelers, like Bill and Ted.
We sat down because we were behind on all the hype. We sat down to begin season 5 of Stranger Things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we had not watched Stranger Things since we rewatched the first 3 seasons to watch the 4th one.
Right.
A couple years back.
Okay. You didn't go back and rewatch them all again?
We were just like, we just had run out of time.
Sure.
Right? Because tomorrow night, at the time we're recording, tomorrow night is when it all ends. And so we're like, wow, we want to be careful, like with spoilers and whatever. It's going to be everywhere. We don't have time. Let's just hunker down. And so I went online and I found a 40-minute YouTube video.
Yeah.
It was a recap of the first 4 seasons. And we sat for 40 minutes and watched a recap. And I wasn't feeling super satisfied while watching the recap. Even though it was 40 minutes, I was still feeling like
something was missing.
I just feel like I remember that
being
context. Well, or not even necessarily like they touch on something and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that being a really intense emotional moment.
Right.
But then the recap had already moved on and we were talking about something else and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. So anyways, we sat down to watch the first episode of season 5.
Right.
We got 5 minutes in and we're like, this is all wrong. We shut it off. We booted up season 1.
No, you did.
Yeah, 100%. Well, because what happened was I was like, within the first 5 minutes of season 5, 2 things happened. One was there was clear references or visual Easter eggs to like season 1 stuff.
Okay.
That I'm like, yeah, like I remember this. I know what this is about, but I'm sure I'm not catching all of it. And also we're just like, this is the end of Stranger Things. This is a huge friggin'
is it though?
Cultural media. Oh yeah. This is a huge moment.
They're making so much money off it. Is it really?
What do you mean? They're not. What money are they making off of it?
Products.
Well, yeah.
Merchandise.
So
merchandise.
Why does that not make this
season 5? The search for more money.
But why does this? What? Did you watch season 4?
No.
Oh, so you don't know how amazing season 4 is and what a huge cliffhanger season 4 ends on.
Oh no! Sorry. Wait, is the current season 4? Or?
No, this is season 5, and it's
so season 6. The search for more.
No. Tomorrow night, Stranger Things is over. It's done. This is the end.
Sure.
It is because it was always planned as a 5-season story arc, and they've said for the last 9 years, like we're not gonna. It's 5 seasons and that's it.
You know what's impressive about that?
What?
It's a Netflix original series that has actually finished its story.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So anyways,
like how many original series have had one season that ends in a cliffhanger and is immediately canceled after the season is released?
So anyways, we're 5 minutes in and I was like, I'm missing references, I feel like.
Hang on.
But also we were like, this is the end of Stranger Things, a decade-long, huge, like,
is this
movement.
Mostly you, or is it both of you feeling
Both of us.
Okay.
Both of us. I'm the one vocalizing it, but Brienne's nodding along and agreeing to all of it. We're like, this is a huge friggin' movement in media over the last decade, and this is the end, the culmination, the everything. And we're like, because all we've done is watch a 40-minute recap, I'm not going into this with the emotion and the context and the
hype,
the on the edge of my seat cliffhanger that this needs.
Full understanding.
I don't have the energy for this that it deserves.
Right.
So this is Tuesday. This was Sunday night at like 9:30 at night. We're like, okay, let's start from the beginning. It was 2 nights ago. We're 3/4 of the way through season 2. Look, we just hunkered down.
You're just binging
it's also been a snowstorm.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's just watch another episode. No, there's only 8 episodes in the first season.
And you don't have kids.
Yeah, there's only 8 episodes.
What else are you going to do?
Right. There's only 8 episodes in the first season.
All your friends have kids. You don't have kids.
Not all my friends have kids. I have friends that don't have kids. My closest friends have kids.
Anyway.
Which is funny because, I mean, that's a weird story. I was going to say, I had a kid before any of my friends had kids, and now all my friends have kids, and I don't have a kid. Yeah. It's divorce. It's not. It's
messy. We won't get into it.
Well, no, but if you just say it like that, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, his kid died? No, it's not. It's nothing like that. I had a stepdaughter. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I was eyes deep in diapers while you were eyes deep in like Spartan races and all kinds of. You're like, I
was almost like we're getting into. Yeah, we don't need to get down that road. I was gonna say I was almost there before you were, but in the same situation. But
yeah. With the woman you're with now.
With my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long, messy. The viewers don't need to know all of our history.
No. Follow us on Patreon, and we'll record at some point. We'll do the airing the dirty laundry of our pasts.
No, we're not.
The time we found what was it? What was the animal we found?
Oh, muskrat.
Muskrat
downtown Hanover.
And like downtown, nowhere near the water.
Yeah, nowhere near. The closest water was under the concrete.
Yeah. We were both single thing. And we found it on our way to the bar. Yeah. Good times.
Weird.
Thank you for watching or listening. Whatever the hell you chose to do. Thank you for liking this episode. Please comment. Let us know your thoughts on Bill and Ted's Bill and Ted Face the Music.
That's
what it's called. Yeah. And subscribe, whether it's on your podcasting platform or here on YouTube. Subscribing is it's important.
Click here for more episodes.
No.
Is that not a thing anymore? Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's
my
still a thing.
favorite thing. Not my favorite thing. Something I really enjoy is finding YouTube videos from like 14 years ago, back when like clickable. Remember all the like clickable annotations and stuff? They'd be like, click.
There's still a thing.
Click right here, and now there's just nothing there. You can't click it.
I'm pretty sure it's still a thing.
No, they took. I mean,
there's they can put things in, because there's a YouTube guy I watch who's all about like miniature painting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And anytime he like references, like, you can watch my previous video about it here, Pachow, and he points up in the air and there's like
that's video. It's at the end of the video.
No, it's like in the middle of his video.
Oh yes, no. So that's a little yes, but you used to. That's the little thing that pops up in the top right. But you used to be able to like draw boxes whatever size you wanted, so you could be like, click anywhere on this TV, and the TV within the video would be a clickable. There was a lot more options for it.
Yeah.
you remember the like 3-week period where Facebook had video profile pictures? You could like upload a video and that would be, it was like a 5-second video of you like flipping off all your Facebook friends. No?
No.
Oh. It was a blink and you miss it. It didn't last long.
Apparently we don't have that.
Check out our, I'm so thrown off now. We have a Patreon page below where you can support the show, hear all about Carl's relationship history. We have merch.
Nope.
We have merch. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from recording it and putting it on there, especially because I don't think Carl is supporting the show on Patreon anymore. So he wouldn't even know.
No, my wife cut us off.
Yeah, so he wouldn't know. He'd have no idea.
I would know.
How?
Because even though I don't support on Patreon, I still follow on Patreon and I get updates about uploads.
Right. So I just mistitled the shit out of something. I'll be like, oh, you know, it's my thoughts on the Steve Rogers Doomsday trailer. And then I'll be like, so it was the year 2011. Carl was eating nothing but bread and peanut butter.
Peanut butter sandwiches.
And we have merch, which Carl's not wearing.
No, not today.
I was thinking now that we have the YouTube show, we should always have
something to hold
mugs.
up.
Well, no, or like we should have our mugs. It'd be nice. You know how you go on a talk show, like if you go to the Tonight Show or whatever.
Oh, they got like the Tonight Show mugs.
And you leave with the, like if you're a guest, you take the mug home.
So every time Emily or Aaron show up, they go home with another mug.
No.
And then they just have a kitchen full of Movie Men mugs.
Yeah, which would be great.
You could throw then they all your other mugs, Emily and Aaron, and just have Movie Men mugs because you show up to the Movie Men.
And then guests come over and you offer them coffee or tea, and the only thing you have to give it to them in is our product placement. Yeah, that'll work.
Mm-hmm.